like momentum is really ratcheting up around Pete Hegseth, and it's tick tock for him. Like the clock is ticking on him. None too soon, many would say. So let's go in and see what's going to happen here. First up, want to take a there we go. I shuffled, and right at the bottom of the deck is the chariot with Elon on his way out the door. You know, and of course he said, "Oh no, I'll still be around. I'll still be a part of the government. I'll do things a couple of days a week." He is so his usefulness as a surrogate to supposedly, so essentially, you know what that means. Nothing's going to happen. The deal is not going to get reached because they're saying Zelensky is like, no, you're telling me that we have to abdicate and hand over Crimea. Not happening. Absolutely just not going to happen. So Rubio, now the line is from the administration, well then, okay, we'll just walk away from it. Here's the thing. Rubio, fall guy. Yes, Six of Wands. You know, it takes time. Six of Wands is an energy where, yeah, it's in motion, but it takes time. So he's trying to say, oh no, we're still willing to be in talks and to help this happen. Everything FDD told you, yeah, some of it's taken longer than we thought, but we're still ready to put everything on the table and make this happen. However, I've also heard or read in doing some research that Putin has dangled a carrot in front of FDT and re-emerged with this idea that FDT wanted a long time ago around having a Trump Tower across from the Kremlin in Moscow, and presenting it in such a way you can have your Trump Tower here. We'll do a big to-do to announce the new alliance between the U.S. and Russia. And Rubio, I'm getting, is going to get caught up right center in the middle of that. There it is, karma, wheel of fortune. You all, that man's future is done, politically and otherwise. Rubio, well, and ultimately FDT, but I'm focused on Rubio. He's about to step into the middle of it. He's been given the directive again, another pawn, another shield to strengthen this alliance with Russia, even at the expense of Ukraine, for entertainment purposes only. I always have to throw that in there. It is a card of lies and deceit and betrayal, or at least one of the common meanings of it. But this is him having betrayed himself, having lied to himself that what he's doing is somehow, some way, a collaborative effort. That he is representing this faction of the Republican Party that is authoritarian. So. Nine of Pentacles, that feels like a timing element to me for some reason. Spirit, is this around September or later? Like, is there going to be a major development around Rubio around that time? King of Wands, that's him. Yes. There's some sort of major development around him, just as it took a certain amount of time for everything to develop with Elon. There's a certain amount of time where there's going to be a threshold reached with Rubio. And it won't be that Rubio necessarily makes mistakes, just as, arguably Elon did not make quote-unquote mistakes according to his marching orders from FDT, but he made tremendous mistakes in misjudging the populace in regards to Tesla, in regards to his products, in regards to his brand. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone, I don't know if this is Bondi. This feels like someone who will begin to challenge Rubio. Am I right about that, Spirit? Queen of Pentacles. Is that someone who starts, I'm getting, there will be very, a certain modicum of success with that. He'll be able to identify, but this wholesale buy-in that he thinks he's going to get now that Elon's out of the way and he thinks he's going to be big dog, it ain't happening. there's going to be resistance to that, and being promised by these various law firms that bend the knee to him, but they're not going to go. You think they're going to send their best and brightest and go all in for free and really try and win these cases that are multiplying against the administration? No, no. No. All right. So that's that. Rubio, look around September for some serious changes with him. If not before then, whether that means that FDT says, I'm sorry, it's not working out, or whether he decides to resign or whatever. But he thinks he's getting ready to ride a wave now that Elon's stepping aside, and that wave is going to take him out to sea. All right. So second thing, let's look at FDT going to Rome. The most, like, it's so, I'm almost surprised that he's going, to tell you the truth. I'm almost surprised that he's going because, and it almost feels like he feels compelled to go because JD was just there, you know? But it certainly is not out of any respect. Come on, you couldn't get any farther apart in personality or ideology or example of life lived than Pope Francis and FDT. Like, you just could not get any further apart. Like, so this is purely staging and grandstanding on his behalf. But Spirit is FDT. Making nice that I'm here for all the right reasons. When in fact 8 of Cups behind it, right? So I'm gonna pretend that I'm here for all goodwill and really, being a statesman, blah blah blah. But ultimately, this is the back's turned on him. This is people walking away from him there. So you can come with that all you want, FDT, but this is how we feel. I knew it, you all. Thank you.
Remember when the mainstream media showed the clip, they...
And that's it. The Emperor. He's going to show up like big dogs in town. I'm here to talk some business. I know ostensibly we got to go, pay our quote unquote respects to Pope Francis, but I'm really here to get some things done. And it's because for all of the talk that, we've got everybody coming to the table, everybody's calling me, everybody's kissing my, ASS to strike deals, not necessarily so. Who have you seen coming to the White House? So I'm going to go there, and while everybody's there, I'm going to have some conversations or arrange the meetings, and it ain't happening, y'all. There it is. 8 of Swords comes back. It ain't happening. He's going to feel he's going to feel the wrath of European nations, of those who he has for no good reason embarrassed and diminished. And there's the 5 of Wands. That is there an argument that might erupt? Is there something that we will see where he actually does have a conflict with someone? Wheel of Fortune. Keep your eye out, you all. So he's going to get iced out. He's going to get angry about being iced out. And it could lead to, he'll jump on Truth Social and start, And this could lead to, I want to go a little further on that Wheel of Fortune Spirit. Does this lead to something, a deeper conflict? And there's Temperance. Some of the world leaders who will be there and encounter FDT are going to rise above. They're going to try and take the high road. In other words, we know you're a joke. We know you're a dangerous joke, but a joke nonetheless. And so because Temperance is that, it's a really healing energy, and it's an energy that represents stark differences that can somehow come together and alchemize into something healthier. So can we continue to work with you or work with the USA? Can we trust you again? Can we do business? Can we get over this hurdle? They're going to have that as their energy or their overarching mission to continue to do that, right? The global economy is going to be impacted by everything that's happening, not just in the U.S. We know that, but this Wheel of Fortune is also saying what you have done. There's a lot of karma here, and it's saying what you have done for no reason, attacking all of these nations, hurting and harming all of these nations. There's a price to pay for that. And Spirit just gave me, if you've been with me before, you know I look for my aces from Spirit to give me a confirmation I'm on the right track. And that's what it is. And notice that it's coming in Pentacles: money, tariffs, trade, jobs, economies. Yeah. So he's not, he will come back. I don't see danger. Yes. Spirit, will he get there and back safely? Will he make this trip safely? Yeah, he'll be fine. The world. Yeah, so I'm not perceiving danger, but his ego is gonna get extremely bruised. He's gonna lash out in anger and try and can be sustained and grow and not be as harmed as what he's trying to do. So that's gonna be a big thing. All right, you all. I am going to keep this short. Pete Heck said, real quick, last question, because I feel like when we shuffle. I just feel like 3 strikes you're out. So far, the administration has come out, defying every reasonable thought imaginable to take up for Heck 7 and say, yeah, he's good, he'll be all right. That's our boy. We're not going to turn on him, but there's more to come. And is this a 3 strikes you're out situation, Spirit?